Hello everybody, welcome back to ZetaCraft episode 3, and in the background here we're looking at our starter base in the starter town. So stick around if you want to see the interior and how we built it, and everything else we get to today, but let's get into the episode. But since we're a part of the Sunflower Squad now, I think we're gonna pull a tiny little prank on Zane here, who is clearly anti-sunflowers as you see. But we're gonna give him some sunflowers in here. So yeah, there we go. So it looks like Kenzie's had some gifts dropped off by both Drop and Dwemer Industries. But I think to kind of persuade Kenzie, I think I'm gonna go ahead and enchant all of these for her. Alright, so I think I've got everything enchanted with pretty much everything you would ask for, I believe. Besides maybe the boots and like Swift Sneak, which I don't think I even have yet. Or I think I have one, but it's not the max. And also Elytra that I named Sunflower Squad. I don't know if she has an Elytra yet, but hopefully she doesn't. I'm hoping this will make it impossible to turn down the Sunflower Squad. We will see though.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
But now that the shenanigans are over, let's get started on our base. So my build is just a little bit off. I'm not sure why. Yeah, not quite where it's supposed to be at. It's close, but I think I'm gonna need to go back into my creative world and see why it's so far off, dang it. Alright, so I've been staring at this for about 5 minutes now. Somebody keeps on doing a horn. I don't know where they're at. I think it's them over there. I'm not exactly sure. But they're just having a good time, you know. But I literally messed up on the first freaking pillar right here. This is supposed to be 2 instead of 3. So I had to tear this whole one down and then rebuild it, which isn't horrible. But yeah, I've just been trying to figure out why these aren't lining up for a minute now. But I'm glad I finally figured it out. Alright, and it's pretty much done now. I went ahead and just re-recorded everything because I noticed I was showing like everybody's base in my recordings. So specifically trying to avoid times to the left there. But super happy with how it came out. So as you can see, I went for a grayscale with it, all grays and blacks. So I originally had this idea to be used as a portal build, but I figured I might as well just make it my main base. If we go inside here, it's actually done on the interior, at least the first half of it. That's the only downside, is the portal is super loud. So if you don't have it turned down, it gets really annoying. So for right now we have scaffolding. I'll probably change that to water at some point. But over here we have just kind of everything that you would need besides this. I don't know why this is here. Then we have our bed and some storage. And up here we have an enchanting area, anvil, grindstones up top, some chests for storage, and then this does do a full enchant. Then over here was originally going to be like wheat and cows, but I'm kind of past the point to where I need that stuff. So I changed it to nether wart and some furnaces up there. We also have this guy to give me golden carrots because I'm tired of eating like chicken and whatnot. Up here, again, we have furnaces. So we have 2 automatic furnace setups, and then we have some brewing stands that apparently I can't access one. Didn't think about that. So whenever we need those, we can use them. We do have an iron farm in the back there for right now. And then we'll go ahead and head up first. So up here is my storage room. It's already like halfway full. But basically we have like woods over here, stones, nether stuff, which is really taking up a lot of space. We have like kind of valuable stuff, or just stuff I want to keep track of and know where it's at. Redstone, more redstone, mob drops, stuff you can farm, kind of. Just a whole bunch of random stuff in here, basically. Super happy with how it came out, though. And then if we head all the way down, so here we have some bulk storage. So we got some gunpowder in here, some bottles, glowstone, sticks, powdered snow, not a whole lot of that, and then we have all this room for other stuff. So yeah, that's what the base is looking like right now. We still have room to add stuff in the bottom, and also we have the mountain right behind us. But yeah, when I originally made this base in the creative world, I only had like the 5 wide area to play with because I didn't build it into a mountain. So yeah, basically I built everything within the guitar itself. But yeah, definitely let me know what you think in the comments below. I'm really happy with how it came out. Yeah, I think the next thing I want to work on is a raid farm. So I'm gonna need a lot of redstone for a mini game I have planned. We're gonna start that pretty soon. That should be the next few episodes. I'm gonna try to get a hardcore episode at some point, so take a little bit of a break. But real quick, I did die in here already. So a whole bunch of zombie pigmen spawned, and I figured I'd show that real quick, but I AFK'd here at some point, and so many pigmen spawned from these portals that literally there was like, I want to say there was like 20 of them up there in my storage. And I tried to get rid of them, and there was just too many and they overwhelmed me. And also, for whatever reason, mobs just like gravitate towards things they can climb. So they'll spawn here and then they'll climb up this, and then once they get up here they'll climb up this as well, and then they all just get stuck right here basically. And the issue is you can't really hit them right here because they're in the vine right here, to where you have to break the vine and they all just fall down and like swarm you. So let me show that real quick and then we'll get started on the raid farm. All right, what the heck? I'm dead. All right, so I'm here in the ocean. I believe that the slime farm we built in the first episode is about 2,000 blocks that way. There should be the shopping district and whatnot that way. And I think we're gonna build our raid farm right here. So I brought everything I needed. So all the materials should be in these chests right here. But yeah, I think I'm ready to get into it. I don't know if I'm gonna do a time lapse or not. Probably won't be long if I do. But if you see one, then you know I did. But yeah, I will be back. All right, and I totally didn't plan for this. I forgot all about the villagers, to be honest. But this village is literally like right across the ocean, so the farm should be right out there. So luckily I don't have to travel too far, but I have enough trapped now to where I have the 5 I need and 2 extra in case I mess up and need to breed them. So what I think messed up in the single player world is as soon as I broke it right before, basically they would try to pathfind somewhere and start to move a little bit to where they have that momentum and they start to drift a little bit as they fall down. I'll show you what I mean if it happens. Hopefully it doesn't though. But I think I'm ready to take my first guy over. See? Yeah. Okay, cool. Oh, okay, well, And now that's a bigger issue because now he's stuck with another villager. Now I'm going to redo both of those, huh? Hopefully he made it. He actually did. Wow, I am shook. Surprisingly, not as bad as it could have gone, I feel like. So I was planning on using this for a rainy day. Or giving to someone else, but I think today is sort of a rainy day. I don't really have a sword to use the emerald farm, so if I use this I should have everything I need. So yeah, thanks again to Ricky for that. That was back when I died and lost everything. Luckily I had already bought some books from him to where I didn't need it right away. So now I'm able to get that on a sword. But yeah, but I believe the farm is ready. I just have to set up the filters. I might make a different storage system, I'm not sure yet. But yeah, at some point today I will AFK there for however long. Alright, so I've officially finished the raid farm, and I came out here to this outpost and found some allays that I trapped in here. So I think if I trapped them in there, I already gave them items. And the way I trapped them is I gave them some rockets and then I threw the rockets in there. Otherwise it would have been like impossible because they move around so much. So I'm hoping these guys will be there for whenever I need them. But I did see a banner guy somewhere. Alright, so I am back from an AFK session at the raid farm. I didn't mean to AFK as long as I did. I accidentally fell asleep. But we got a whole bunch of heads right here. That's not really important though. I just thought that was interesting. But for the redstone, it's up here. So we got almost a barrel full of blocks. And then I grabbed as much gunpowder as I could, but I forgot to bring any shulker boxes. So we'll have to grab some of these and go over there later. But yeah, we should be set on redstone. I might even start selling redstone just because of how much I have now. Only issue would be cobblestone and stone. I don't have a huge amount of those. Alright, so I headed over to our starter village area and took away all the sugarcane and all the bamboo. And I went ahead and just placed a whole bunch of trees here. But in the words of Etho, I realized I was being a sucker. And I need some type of tree farm to not have to chop a whole bunch of wood by myself anymore. So who's better tree farm to build than Etho himself? We're going to build his 2x2 spruce farm. And I think we're going to build it by the slime farm, which is way over there somewhere. So yeah, I'm going to get the materials gathered for that and I will be back. Alright you guys, I am officially ready and actually testing the spruce farm here. Super nervous. Zetas are sending me good luck in the chat, and I think that's everything I need to do. So I think I'm good to head up this. And I think once I go down here, this is gonna trigger it. And I fell. Sounds good. Sounds like nothing's breaking. Sweet, it freaking worked. Okay, that's awesome. Oh, I'm so happy that worked. Oh, that's so cool. Sheesh, it's a lot of logs already. So within like a matter of a minute, I got about 3 stacks of logs. So that's actually amazing. So yeah, I only had enough TNT to do this a couple times, and I only put 1 round in there because I want to use the rest of the TNT to use to get sand. So I think I'm gonna head to the mining desert, get some more sand, make some TNT, and then I think we'll go ahead and run this a little bit and possibly sell some wood. And I'm also hoping I'll be able to use this for dark oak. I think if I just didn't fill like the top 3 dispensers with anything, it would work. But yeah, that's the plan. I'll be back when we're ready to run this some more. Super happy. Alright, so I've gone ahead and tried to farm every wood here that you see there. So the 6 main woods besides like mangrove and the nether woods. But I have quickly realized this farm is not going to work out for most of them. So it's really good obviously for the spruce, and it's okay for dark oak, and it's okay for acacia. So the issue I'm finding with dark oak, I actually went and watched the video where Etho showed a little bit of him converting this to work with dark oak. Yeah, basically you just push a button or a lever and it locks the repeater after the second dispenser to where only the first 2 go. But the issue with that is they're too close to each other for some reason. So yeah, I don't know why, if it's just always like that and you don't really notice it with the spruce because you get so much. But basically when you do the first 2 for dark oak, it'll explode the first part fine, but then the second one will blow up most of the wood that's here. But yeah, that's the issue I'm running into with the dark oak. So when you do the first 2 dispensers, it's blowing up most of the wood you would get. So what I've been doing is I've been doing the first dispenser and the third dispenser. I want to say it only gets about half of the dark oak to where you have to mine out the other half, which is okay. But yeah, I'll definitely still be using this for dark oak. I think it's still worth it for that. And acacia is surprisingly good as well. So I'll probably use it for acacia. But where we come into issues is these 3 right here. So I don't think it's really worth it for the birch and the oak. It takes way too long, it feels like, to farm it, and I'd rather just build a universal like wood farm at that point. But you usually only need 1 TNT the very first dispenser for the oak unless you have a really big tree. Then same issues with the dark oak for the birch and oak. If you do the first and second one, it just blows everything up. But the reason these are not very good is you have to plant every single one, so you're bone milling 16 different saplings. And I would say on average for the oak, you probably get about a stack, probably less than a stack. For the birch, you probably get just over a stack, but then I don't think it's that worth it because you're using 2 TNT at that point. and you're having to bone meal every single plant. For acacia, you would think it's the same thing, but you get a lot more wood from acacia apparently. So I'll get close to 2 stacks, I believe, if I use all 16 spots for acacia, which I do. So that's definitely worth it to me in that case. And then jungle just doesn't work at all unless you're doing the smaller version of the tree, which I don't want to do. But yeah, when you try to grow a jungle tree, you grow the first one, the 2x2, and then none of the other ones will grow after that. So I tried getting rid of all the extra wood up there, all the extra leaves, and all the extra vines, and it still would not grow. This is exactly what we want to see. I mean, they said they got amazing stuff, so I don't think they're mad about it. But we're gonna throw some barrels out in the front here, and we're gonna sell some wood. All right, let's see if this wood has made any sales today. A little bit, not bad. I will take that. I think we definitely want. Oh, I left this open. Uh-oh. I think we'll definitely want to lower the price a little bit. Alright, and as you saw there, we just met up with Geek to buy some shulker shells in bulk. So I was able to get the same deal that they're doing right now, buy one get one free. So you get 2 shulkers for 2 diamonds basically. And I believe if I did the math correctly, this evens out to that. So yeah, all I have to do is provide my own wood, which I'm more than happy to do. Hopefully that lasts quite a while, I'm not sure. Because I do have some plans to use these in shops and whatnot, specifically Chance Cavern. So I think one of the next versions I'll put out is gonna use shulkers, so that's gonna help a lot with that. But speaking of Chance Cavern, I think I'm ready to go over there and do some work. I think we're about ready to wrap up version 1. I'm pretty sure everyone's had the chance to get to it. So I think we're gonna try to build a little bit of hype around it, and I think I want to build a bit of a construction area because I do have pretty big plans for version 2, or at least where version 2 will be. So I think the area I want to build for it will be much bigger and much more than just the Chance Cavern. So let's head over and get started on a time lapse, and I will meet you when we're done. Alright, so unfortunately I had some issues with the replay footage. So I used to have it always recording, and what I would do is just leave my world and then rejoin it to start a new recording where I wanted to. But on servers, every time you join a world, it lags pretty significantly. So I didn't want to keep on joining and rejoining to make everyone else lag. But it looks like you'll have to do that to a certain extent because basically when I hit the start recording and I've been in the world for forever, it just doesn't load, or it takes forever. I left it for about 20 minutes, it still never loaded. So yeah, long story short, I need to leave the world at least once when I start the recordings. But this is what we're looking at right now. So I decided to go with sandstone, or the red sandstone. And I think it looks pretty good. So these are temporary, these won't be here forever. Unless you really like them, let me know, then maybe we can keep them. But this is basically to let everyone know that this place is officially under construction. So we have one of these guys, which is like the ground excavator. We have just a dump truck, and then we have a crane over here. I was gonna put like one of these with like a cone on the front, but I just couldn't get the design right. And we have officially shut down Chance Cavern, so all the prizes have been moved somewhere else. But yeah, all of this will go away. We'll have something much bigger, hopefully. But we are gonna work on that in the next episode. But that's gonna do it for this episode. If you enjoyed it, leave a like and subscribe if you want to see what we get up to in the next episode. And also if you want to see the Chance Cavern being built. Make sure you check out the other Zetas down in the description below, and I will see you in the next one.